Welcome back. We are back with blueprints, of course. I have rewritten my list of things to do because we'd crossed out a lot of them and added some more, so we now have another list. On our list, there are a number of things, first of which is to get money. So I think we ended in the treasure room, so we can keep doing that. We want to get to room 46 and solve that puzzle, because we can now. We want to try and find the key. Treasure trove. Take my money. We have the special chest that we want to unlock. Part of which is getting to room 46, I hear. We want the mailroom because we have more letters there. We want to keep accessing terminals. Theoretically, if we end in Lost and Found, then we can get Lost and Found in there, and that'll give us a vault key, possibly. There's a likelihood of it, but no guarantees, of course. Dining hall this early is kind of insane, but I don't have any hammer for a trunk. Bacon and eggs. Morning room morning room tends to come in handy in a pinch. And without a key card, I feel vulnerable. So I need keys. That works. Though I'm now vulnerable for gems. Come here and get my other key. It's a 13, 9, and 18. I'm assuming that just means to do it twice. Good. 10 times 5 is 50, minus 20 is 30, minus 20 is 10. Easy. Take my 2 keys. We don't know Kristoff's last name, but I think everyone else on this list, we know what they do. So we're not entirely sure who gets the archive privileges, but that's also a thing. Morning room, I guess. Pump room would have probably been better to go up, but I'm trying to cook here, so give me a second. Corn purse. And I can redraw because we got the rook power up last time. Quest bedroom. We also think there is something to castling. I now have this, heck yeah. Which is when you basically move your king and your rook. Apparently you can swap the powers and something might happen. As far as rooms, we have a rook room already. And the quest bedroom means we have a pawn room as well. I'll get gems just because I'm kind of hurting for them this round. Do I care about the pump room? I really don't, honestly. There's a good bit of me that says, hey, we want to adjust the water level in the foundation, but I can go to either side directly, so I don't really care. Security's nice. Let me go ahead and look at the staff announcements. Yeah, my controller started rolling, so I accidentally hit it. There we go. These staff announcements for today are... Unfortunately, I can't delete announcements remotely. We'll just have to hope Simon had already solved it when that was posted. Well, we did. That's in relation to someone gave us, just handed out the if we count small gates result. And then everyone was like, oh no, why is that there? You shouldn't give out real passwords or real results. Man, this is a rough run, but luckily I have my thingy, so as long as you have your thingies, guys, make sure you keep your thingies on you. Keycard is the word. This box is empty. Every statement with the word empty is false. This box is empty. The blue box is empty. This box is empty, so let's call this true. We'll call this ambiguous, because the top is false, the bottom is true. But if this was true, this one has it. This would be true. If this box is, we'll start with false. If this box is false, the gems are in here, which means the top is true, the bottom is false, which makes you ambiguous, which means the top is true, but the bottom is false. Can we make this false in general? Every statement with the word empty is false. This box is empty is false, so the gems are in here. So this is a false box. This is a true box. And this would also be a true box. Got it. Den, give us another gem. If I can get boiler room here or something compatible, that'd be good. Archives would also be fine. That's not ideal. Where? I mean, we get to go further, but powering the laundry room idea was out the window. At this point, we want options because we are low on options. Decent on gems, decent on keys, low on options. None of this is good. I'm going to do this one because this one actually guarantees me something. Bedroom has no guarantees associated with it. Guarantees me cheap purchases. Not like I care, but cheap purchases are better than not cheap purchases. It's also a night room, I think. Not like I didn't already have one and can't get like 5 more, but spare master bedroom, steps for each house in your house. Steps for each house in your house, guys. Magnifying glass. 80 steps, 10 steps. Not 80 steps, 18 steps. We want to dig here, right? We want to dig by the grill. Maybe over here. Because supposedly something is here. And you may be wondering, what's here? I don't remember, honestly. I couldn't tell you even if I wanted to, because I forgot. But we had a note saying something was probably there. Ooh, fascinating questions. Oh, fascinating questions, indeed. Keep us moving. The fact that the casino is counted as a shop is kind of absurd, too. We just talk about that. That's a very weird thing. Give me an attic. Why can't I have an attic, friend? This place is perfect for an attic. What's wrong with you? Fine, we'll take a plump room, not like I care. Take me right. Chapel is probably the most doable of these because darkroom is hard to deal with, even at this advanced level. Give me a gem. Attic, please. We can't actually get an attic right now, but we'll do things that are conducive to attic getting, which which include trying every single room and getting things stripped of our steps. This is nice. Honestly, this is not a bad combo. At the very least, we get advanced situation tomorrow. We can also find a gym, maybe, or a key, or literally freaking anything. Come on, bro. There we go. Key. Okay. I was about to be a little hot. I was about to be hotter than this sauna is. I'll tell you what. Get. I now need a way to go to the left. Hopefully it's archives, but maybe it won't be. Kitchen, you save me. Now give me good options. Honestly, all of the above are good options. You think I'm afraid of that? Think again. Yeah, I kind of figured that one. And because that happened first, this one's gonna be locked too. Nope. Okay, good. We got lucky. Oh, but I can't afford the good things in life. Why am I so hurting for gyms? It's because there weren't any gyms in the commissary. It's because I haven't gotten a commissary, have I? Sure haven't. Give me a commissary. Ooh. This could have keys, but it could also be completely useless. So I think we will dovecoat, give ourselves an option, and then lose. How's that? What do y'all think about that one? Commissary. Can't afford a freaking commissary because I'm broke. Bunk room will have to have keys. Odds of that are kind of slim recently. Yep, banana phone. All the steps in the world, but can't get a key. Ain't got no shovel. Okay, we got half the house done. Nice. I guess we'll go into treasure room. I have 5 more days to do this. Yeah, no, pantry did not get there. Okay. I'm just gonna go out this way. Descend. Also, even had a key card and everything, and it doesn't matter. What I'm gonna do next time, right? The first thing I'm gonna do tomorrow is to get the key, right? Get the key, and then start drafting. Because then maybe I can get a quick archives and see what happens at the very least with that. And that'll be nice. But we really want to go to room 46. Because that would be cool. Calling it a day. It is a day indeed. And keys are still impossible. Probably what small villa stately inn, yeah. Okay, let's just keep going. Oh, welcome back. We have extra steps built in today, which is nice. We're gonna go to the treasure room, which is costly, I think. Maybe that's what's killing me. But I also got a morning room, so I have 4 to work with instead of 2. which is another possible factor. But steps and keys and gems and items. You must always be managing all of the above. Treasure trove, how I treasure you. Also, this just means my amount is multiplying, right? Because every time I get this room, I get more coins. I don't know if there's a maximum. So I just have tons of money to begin to run every run, and it keeps getting bigger. Granted, I think having 150 exactly just to start out with is kind of insane. Kind of insane. I'm getting a key first. You know those 20 extra steps I had? We're just going to pretend like those didn't exist. Because effectively they don't. But we tra-la-la-la-la down here. Tra-la-la-la-la over there. Tra-la-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la, tra-la-la-la-la. Into the dungeon of doom. Of doom. Of doom. Get the key so I can go to the archives and see what the frick is in there. Because I do not know. And then we can find all the mysteries of Mount Holly's histories, and then we go on our way to become king of the world. Maybe. I'm a baron after all, and I do have multiple crowns. One may be paper, but I have crowns in my estate. Hallway, making smart drafting decisions. Smart drafting decisions. Mount Holly gift shop. Smart drafting decisions. Closet. Couldn't call it. Okay. Lab. Smart drafting decisions. Get experiment running. Getting spearmint running. This is a good one, considering what we're going to try to do today. I'm going to log in with our password. Okie dokie, so we want staff services and we want to see what the message for today is, because hopefully it's more useful than yesterday was. Nope, we didn't get one today. Cool, so they're just going to hang out, wait for us to do something. Poking me with a stick. Archives, done. Immediately done. We all got the experiment that says dice to 2 every time I do stuff, so which one of you is it? There are several of you, I know it's one of you. Ugh. Oh, more here, let's see. In theory, I feel like it could be one at eye level, but I could be wrong about that. But come on, they literally told me there's one in here that, ugh. They literally told me that I have the key to one of them. I'll just go press A on random ones, okay. My staff wouldn't lie to me, right? They literally said we had stuff to this. It was genuinely just in writing. bro. I'm about to start foaming at the mouth. What did they say? This door. It was in the emails, I think. Precautions, which had to do with locking it down, which had to do with Blackbird's server, that's right. Network menu, staff services, what's in here? That's everything about that except for that, okay. But I think there's, yeah, so last weekend I started making this upgrade discs I knew of. It's only half of them, but hopefully it'll be of some help. Related ship's chamber, mechanarium, freezer, morning room, tomb, great wall, vault, garage, Kimberly. Oh, and I think there's one in the archives, but it's locked in a file cabinet. Anne might know where the key is. There's actually 2 file cabinet keys I hid to the Baron, but I think the one you're talking about is buried by the grill on the patio. I'd have to double check the aquarium to be certain. So I'm in the archives. These are file cabinets. We're talking about 2 very different things. But so far, the game has been American friendly, so you know. Wasn't in one of these. Did I just get that one by some other means? Because there's no way. There's actually 2 file cabinet keys, but it just told me that the file cabinets are in the archives. So why are you a deceptive little monkey? Huh? Why are you a deceptive little monkey? I need to get the patio again and start digging if I could ever get the patio and dig. Okay, let's draft this, see what we can get. I literally did that though. I literally did this for the sake of having the key, and now the key doesn't do anything here. So where does the other one go? Give me a patio. I want a patio. I will keep going for a patio. You cannot convince me of anything other than a patio. Okay. Cool. I really don't want to keep doing that while I have 2 rerolls. Let's reroll. Let's reroll. Let's archive. It's facing the wrong freaking way. Take with odd number, but I'm not going to do all of this. It's in here. Just need to have faith, guys. Come on. I'm looking for secret, hidden anythings. Okay. Give me something delicious. Like an attic would be nice. I would appreciate having patio. But I couldn't dig in archives last time. Not archives, aquarium. Last time. We'll take office for the chess piece. Which in that case means we have a king and a pawn. And I think that's all we've got really. Patio. Workshop is fun. Give me sledgehammer. Always this guy. Greenhouse is not the green room I'm looking for. Although, if I do get a shovel. Courtyard, thank you. Shovel, he did not give me, but gave me this, so you know what? We will be okay. With me, we're okay now. Patio. That's not how you spell patio, bro. Patio. I kind of want the boiler room, but in the future I won't be so kind. Look for a rook. Come back here to see what I can get out of this. Laundry room. I'm honestly just gonna do this because I can always get them again. Takes no effort. Boom. Might even be the laundry room. Nope, it's kitchen. My experiment means I got 2 more rerolls. Yay. 2 rerolls, but can't get a shovel. Got a morning room, got a chest, whack. Nice, lock pick is nice. 4 keys as support. We'll take it. I'm gonna have to use one of them already, but you know what? It's okay. All of which are solid plans, but I find them kind of bland. If I take that, I'm going to use my last gem, but I could probably buy some. Shovel, which is why I did this. Boom. To the right. Bedroom is not bad, but I think I'll recall instead. Archive. Get lucky. We did. Doing pretty good at that, actually. Another right. None of these get it for me. Security does not go right. So we will keep trying. Vestibule does. Don't want to try my luck. Honestly, I kind of do because this is not a good place for vestibule. Worst case, we get our things back. Bedroom. Skipped it, got it anyway. Attic's pretty cool. Attic's really cool, actually. Attic is where all the cool kids hang out. Three, 4, 5, 6. Got a bishop. 7. And presumably 8. Can't hit that number at all. We do not have rerolls, but we have spirit. We have secret garden key. Sometimes that's better. Not always, not necessarily even often, but sometimes. Swoopski. If I can get the secret Agent Man room, hidden, secret, forbidden Konoha Village room. Then I will go for a green room and try to get a patio. I think we'll just do this because we know we're going forward with the other one. This patio takes a left. Not bad, actually. And we get dice, but green room. Patio. And don't be locked. Well, you couldn't help yourself on that one, could you? Patio. Which I think patio requires one gem. So it's not represented here. That could be patio. I'm also getting duplicates. Why am I getting duplicate rooms? Fascinating. Are there other single gem rooms in the green room list? I don't think so. Hoping for patio. Got the green room. Okay, the green room apparently does that. Oh, what a waste. What a crime. What a jerk. What a slime. No matter how much you reward me, I will not forgive you. Everything you do is just a waste of time. Do I have a key card? Probably not. I sure do not. Cloister, probably. Because there are very few things that actually cost 3 gems. I know about you. Turnip. Turnip. To the left for sure. That works. Patio. I'm going to keep trying for patio, honestly, just see if I can go up mailroom. Because we have a lot of letters. We got like 5 activations last time, so we'll take that. Different place than normal. 4 down on this side, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. The drafting studio. That's gonna be interesting. So here we go. We have 5. Can we get more than this? I wonder. Actually, no, we have 4 because we already had that one. So I'm guessing we have all the ones we can. Simon, as I've been running out of ideas of my own yesterday, I asked Kurt Darren if he had any additional security advice I could pass on. To my surprise, he gave me an envelope and directed me to include it in my next correspondence to you. I did not ask him what it contained, so I'll be very curious to hear about this. Okay, so it's got unused memos. That's not true. Okay. I mean, I suppose that's true, but that's interesting. Take a picture of that. It's fake. We don't have a D8, but December the 8th we do, and that's for the study. There is a safe on rank 10, which might be true. Interesting. Appreciate that. Simon can't think of anything we need to ask the server administration. Your father has mentioned your interest in computers, so I have a feeling you may be a bit more hands-on than your great uncle. You'll find the admin terminal in Blackbridge Grotto, a small cavern sealed much like the story off the East Drive. I believe I've previously explained how to restore power to the grotto in my earlier letters. However, keep in mind that the accessing the terminal requires an admin key. Unfortunately, I won't be able to set one up for you until I return, which is when. But your admin key will eventually be Joan S. First 4 letters of your name, or if you prefer, repeat a pseudonym. I'm sure we'll discuss it later when I return. But I don't know when that's going to be. That's an interesting thing to say. If you do end up getting admin controls of Blackbridge Grotto, I'm sure you noticed the sealed circular door on the left of the terminal. You ought to conclude for yourself the door can only be opened if 3 different microchips are inserted in the central pedestal. Normally all 3 microchips are kept one of the microchips in the grotto from ready access. However, you will have to find a new clue or 2 to find the others, which is a reference to the book, A New Clue. Simon, Mom's very impressed with the number of experiments you've been successful in executing. I certainly wasn't expecting to write this many letters when I started our correspondence. Frankly, I'm not quite sure what other advice I can offer in the blind without knowing directly what the challenges you currently face on the estate. For all I know, you've long since reached room 46 and are just continuing your unaccompanied exploration at Stag. Happy and free. I don't know how to read that. Continuing your unaccompanied exploration. Stag. Happy and free of the maids and staff crowding the halls and getting in your way. I can't say I blame you, and I'm sure the other members of the household are quite enjoying the extended vacation. Speaking strictly for myself, however, I cannot wait to get back and begin working with you directly. Helping me through these letters has only whetted my imagination, and to be candid, our collaboration in the correspondence has reminded me so much of working with Mary. I know she's proud of you until the day I return, Randolph. So yeah, it's probably the end of the help he's going to be, which is unfortunate because none of those were that helpful. Some of them were like interesting thoughts, but really the emails were a lot more helpful. The emails predicted where I am, whereas that sort of would have gotten me to where I am if I hadn't already been here. Okay, well, let's go this way. Great Hall. It's a great hall to have. 3 here. What are you going to be? Cloister is a 3-room, attic is a 3-room, but I've already drafted both of those. So, what else is a 3-room? Nothing bad is a 3-room. I just don't know if it'll be useful. YOLO. I've already got 2 dice, but YOLO. Oh, this one. Rotunda. Rotunda's helpful. In a pinch. Especially in the event that drafting studio is... oops, where am I going? Wasting steps, that's where I'm going. No, I'm not insane this time, okay. Apple. What do we get? This is an interesting choice. Sure. Nope, can't do it. I have no gems. How do I have no gems? Because I got Rotunda, that's why. Patio. Can't afford it, but you know, figured I'd ask. Break room. Though I do not like for keys. However, things I do like for gems. So what we can get here, maybe it's money only, if so I'm just gonna go to the drafting studio, but if I'm money and gems, usually it's like 3 gems and 25 money, or 8 gems by themselves. So we shall see what we get. 8 gems, okay, no problem. I guess I'll do this, I don't really care, but 5, 10. 10, 50, 40, 30, 12, 10. Ooh, tricky, tricky. 18, 36. And then 63 divided by 9 is 7. Take that, math. I have mastered you long ago. Sure, we'll silver key here. I still do not have a key card. 2 gems is fun and all, but I don't know if it's gonna be good. It'll get me rerolls. Aha, it was good. We'll just take that one. It was bad. Don't give me that garbage. Doo-doo. This one's closer to it. What about you? Nothing. Sure, we'll use one here. The fact that it ended up that way is the first time I think I've ever seen that. But metal detector is good for helping us get there. Did I not already have an observatory? I thought I did. I guess I didn't. I really thought I did. Huh. I don't know. I guess I didn't, obviously, but take a gallery here. Just to verify that we get plenty of gems, plenty of stuff. We want presumably a throne room. Patio. Because I've got the Great Hall and drawing room goes in, so I can do that side and come back out the other side. Patio will allow me to dig over here somewhere. By the grill, it said. Literally, it said it's by the grill. How do I dig by the grill? Do I need the treasure map to go to the grill? Oh, there we go. Haha. A file cabinet key. Okay. Ooh. So I just have to start guessing where it's at. Which is not my definition of fun. But I can go into the aquarium and start guessing in there. Lots of coins. Because she also mentioned the aquarium. As if something else might be buried there in case it's not this one. We'll keep going so we can have something affirmative and not blindly taken. That's kind of all blind, so we will affirm myself. It does go the right direction for one of them. Rabbit's foot gives me luck. In theory, I can get luckier items. In practice, I'm not so certain. What's a good item room? Walk-in closet. Give me a walk-in closet. Well, that's less fortunate than I would like. I basically have no need to walk in there at all. We do have food in the dining room wherever we may have, or did not draft that. Do we have a kitchen this time? Yes, we did have a kitchen. A kitchen, but no dining room. Is that correct? Checking. That seems to be correct. We have a kitchen, but no dining room. It's okay, we're going to make our way down anyway, because we have to open the north door. But we can try that at its most expedient this way. Did we get a quest bedroom? We did not. It's okay, we can spawn one. We can spawn some goodies if we need to. Redraw, give me something valuable. Locker room's not bad. We have a conference room to accompany it. And we can use the corner room for whatever we want to because we'll have 4 redraws for it. Beep, 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 beep. Lost and found is one of the ones we wanted, so we will go ahead and do that. Anything I care to not lose, file cabinet key, so we will come back. We have a watering jug and a death note. I don't know what's in there. Okay, probably a coupon book, maybe. Okay, so we're going down. Mission number 1 is kitchen. Mission number 2 is conference room, get the keys. Locker room can theoretically have the keys sometimes. We're also going to go down and get... How do we get to conference room? Foundation Composite Conference Room. Okay. We'll go to Aquarium, see if we can dig anything. Double back. Try and get some turnips while we're here. I got a coin. It ain't nothing. Okay, so nothing's buried here. I can go to the kitchen first. Let me do that. I has all the money in the world. For the archives, very quick, so I think I will. We can go at the front, pull the north lever, and then take care of business. There we go. Upgrade disk. Certificate of birth. This document attests to Mary Matthew Epson. I'm probably going to want this, so save. Was born to Lady Clara Epson and Simon Sinclair. We know that. Why is her last name Epson if she's born to Clara Epson and Simon Sinclair? I don't know. In the hospital at 4:05 a.m. on Tuesday, the 22nd of January in the 6th year of 1958. In witness whereof East Reddington Hospital certifies the mention above is true and verified by the duly authorized officer of Finn Aries, Registrar of Persons, Lily Rizian Rose, and Sarah Drivian. Any secrets on this paper? Ooh, Reddington. Ooh, certificate of birth. Mary Matthew Epson. Give me the upgrade disc too, bro. What can we upgrade further? Parlor, again. Wait, but I already have this. I already have this upgrade. I'm so confused. I have this one, so why am I getting this one again? Is it displaying wrong and I'll just get like 2 wind-up keys and the 3 gems, or what? I'm pretty happy with that. Do I have a duplicate parlor now? I do not know. But we're going to go outside. Underground. Completely at a loss. I've looked at all of these before, I already know, but we have one somewhere that this key fits, and I don't know where it goes. I don't have a key card, so I'll be making a lot of steps to come back up, won't I? Yes, I will. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. It wasn't over there in the other area. There are these. It goes here. What's in here? To the Baroness of Mount Holly for her own hand. By the third era, numeric cores had fallen completely out of favor and were no longer included in proofs by serious arithmeticians. The This concept, once considered sacred, was now regarded as an over-engineered concept that only served to slow further advancements in the field, as Philip Wilkins once famously put it. Steps to find a numeric core, which doesn't mean anything to me. What are we talking about? Take any number with 4 or more digits without changing the sequence, split that number into 4 smaller numbers. E.g., this becomes 8, 6, 45, and 5. Next, assign each a different color, resulting in a valid mathematical equation that produces the smallest whole number possible. This is the math stuff. The first number should always be assigned teal to begin with a positive number. If the result is a number with more than 3 digits, repeat the above process. The final number you obtain is less than the 4 digits considered the numeric core of the larger number. 8 minus 6 times 45 divided by 5, the core is 18. (3614) has become 3614. 3 minus 6 is negative 3, times 1 is negative 3, divided by 4 is 3/4. What are you talking about? That just has me asking more questions than it does answers, and honestly, I'm not for it. I was not here for that. But apparently the dartboard is an ancient, archaic thing, and there's true numbers that it ends up being. Or at least that's the foundation of what we created for the dartboard game. It was originally a method of breaking down bigger numbers into a smaller math puzzle, which is cool. Don't get me wrong, I love me some math puzzles. But what does that mean for my life? I don't know, but I've unlocked it, so maybe I'll get a message tomorrow about it. One can only hope. I don't think we got a queen room today. We didn't get we got a drafting studio, which might be a queen. I'll have to go back up and see. We'll also be wanting to go to the conference room, which we did not last time. But if we can go up to Foundation-ish and stop by the conference room, we will get food, I believe, because we got the secret garden. So that'll be nice. We can get food, and we can get keys, and so we can really look through the locker room to see if we can get possibly a deposit box key. Though the latter is a thing. I've also basically forgotten the order, but I think with my brain, I think that Brenda Aries Araja. Then he went to Morajai. No, he went to Vin. Then to Morajai. Then to Kararka. Then came back to Arch Aries. Etc. and so forth. Ugh. Okay, now I have to go right, basically. Ugh. Smash. Car keys is not useful. This way does work. Did I not eat anything? Nope, I ate everything. 38 keys is less than I'd like for exploring and spelunking purposes, but that one already, so we are coming down, spinning around, and going into the commissary for the steps. 2 steps to cost, however, a great deal of food to gain. And I'm aware there are keys, there are also gems because of Patio. Okay, we're pretty loaded up on stuff. So let us ascend. I'm not digging here. Okay. I really could have sworn I dug in here, but okay. Turn up, I'll take it. No questions asked. To the left. Dodge and weave, dodge and bob and weave, bob and weave. Let me into the sanctum. Not really the sanctum, but let me into the final room. Give me our crown. Second located tight in a vault in the bank. Well, guess what? I have a vault room, I just can't seem to use it. I mean, I don't have one today, but I've used it before and can't seem to make anything happen with it. So, from our understanding, right? We started here at Orinda Ares, south to Araja. We skipped Nuance. Here, here, here. Came back to 6, up to 7, back to 8 was I think it was. No? Did I mix up 6 and 7? How do I get to it? No. So this definitely referenced the other two. Let's try 4 here. 5 here. I guess it doesn't make a lot of sense. I am quite at the loss for this. 8 is the city of Finn. 1 is Reddington, where we are. What is Oris? Did I have it right and just didn't get off of it? Is that the thing? Okay, what order did I think it was? I thought it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Something like that. No. Whatever. No. Okay. So I'm not just mixing up the last 2, like 6 and 7, I mean. These are not in the right order, so 3, 4, 5. No. Try swapping these. No. I know I'm close to this. Stop being a pain. I really thought it was this, but or at the very least, this. Great uncle, could you make my life less difficult? Please? We're at south first. I'm gonna scream. Okay, how do we get back? You know what? I'm just not even gonna go. I don't probably have the steps to do that and back, so I'm going to. Did I take pictures of those sigils and/or notes? It doesn't look like it. Tell you what I do have. I have a video of me doing this last time. Not doing this right, but being down there, looking through stuff. So I'm going to look at that real quick and look at the notes. And we will see what we get. Is this even the right one? I have a great many videos you've seen. Go. Yep, this was the right one. Okay. Okay, we're to. So first one is obviously Brenda Aries. It says we headed south. So south would be Araja. So we walked into Araja, and at this point that there's not been a drop of rain. I suppose the anecdotes make the trip a lot to do with the favorable setting. However, even without the rain, the puddles and panels that dot the countryside make this place feel different than home. Lorja Yena Ajlor Lune. So it doesn't really tell us where we were going from there. But in theory, if we're going from Araja, we would be going to Nuance next. So I think I went to Nuance next. I'm looking at them, and I did go to Nuance next, okay. So I assumed Nuance for 3. For my favorite realm I've visited along the trip, but I'm a pinch of technology and nature. Okay, the soot-filled streets and soaring skyscrapers here are just as stirring to me as the mountains of Kararka or the beaches of Morajai. So I'd already been to Morajai and Kararka by the time I went to Nuance. So Nuance is after the west. So that makes Nuance one of the last 3. When I go from Nuance to the room that is... Which room do I choose? Do I choose Kararka or Morajai? I'm also looking at Vena, but I went into Kararka. This is the first realm I visited without porters, so it seems like it's later, but it's not. Whatever. But the frigid weather here is a welcome relief from the sweltering shores of Vera. So Vera, then Kararka, then Morajai. Let me go ahead and just move this to the other side real quick. So Vera, then Kararka, then Morajai. Nuance is going to be after that, so Nuance will be 7 and put 3 up here. Did I not already do this combination? That's wrong. So what assumption of mine is wrong? When I went into Arch Aries, we arrived here after a few days of sailing, which means we were to come from Morajai. So maybe it's 7 and 3? Nope. Oh, I don't have enough information. What if we skipped Nuance? Went straight from Araja to freaking take my thing to here. Did that, right? And or I think I did this combination too, didn't I? Yes. So what am I missing? Maybe 8's wrong? Well, 1's here and 2's here. I'll just shift everything else. 3, 4, 5, 6. Why can't I get this? Why am I stupid? Tell me that. Why am I stupid? Because the one from Finn Aries, he wrote in his chair, and it had to join the others, so Finn Aries should be last. One was there. 2. Three seems like it would have been there. Whoops. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 1, Orinda Aries. 2, South Duraj. 3, over to here. 4, Kararaka. 5, Morajai. 6, Arch Aries. 7, Nuance. 8 was not. It's not that. That's not that. Said we came to here by sea. He wrote at his desk, so what do we know? 8 here. 1 here. I don't know why they're positioned the way they are though. 8 is not Arenda Aries. 1 should be Arenda Aries. 8 should be Finn Aries. Okay. 2 should be Iraja. Let me go back to that video again. I want to read the entirety of the nuance one. Are. Roger was just complaining of no rain. Nuance. I've always had a pinch of technology, and that's moved by the beauty of nature than others. By far my favorite realm I have visited along this trip, but I've always had a penchant for technology and am less moved by the beauty of nature than others. The soot-filled streets and soaring skyscrapers here are just as stirring to me as the mountains of Kararka or the beaches of Morajai. Perhaps I'm just letting my childhood love of Dirk walks comprise my objectivity. From the shops I've visited, it seems the series is just as popular here as it was back home. Speaking of home, I look across the eastern sea. I can almost see its shores. I never thought I would miss the sight of red flags. Kararka mentions Morajai. I find myself regretting having brought so many books, as this is the first realm I have visited without porters. But the frigid weather here is a welcome relief. Coming from the sweltering shores of Veri. But this was Kararka. So, crazy thought here. No? Okay. The sweltering shores of Vera. So Vera came before Kararka. Morajai preceded that. So can we 3, 4, 5. I don't get how neither one of those is the answer though. But again, I've done this before. We sailed there, so it can't be that. Four, five, six, seven. There could be a gap between these, but I don't see. We sailed between these two, and yeah, I don't know how this works out. Um, we came to Carrara from Morjai, no, from Vera. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. That's what I thought at the time that I recorded this. I go back into Arch Aries. We arrived here a few days after a few days of wah. I didn't read that note for very long at all. Go back. This was Kararka. Arch Aries. Arch Aries is the one I have a hard time placing. We arrived here after a few days of sailing, and it made me realize how much more convenient it would have been in the old days when the railway tracks extended all the way north. Arch Aries is a destination with which I am well acquainted, having traveled here countless times on business for Cinca. This time, however, I will avoid the familiar towns and factories and will instead Trek along the northern coast in areas which I am wholly unfamiliar. Unless I'm stupid and missing something. Let me look at the sigils again. The only thing I haven't accounted for. How do I transport? Roger was train, which is why we came from Reddington. We just went down. Nuance is Lorinda Aries is train, obviously. Raja is also train. Nuance was flight. So nuance was flight. Rarica is um, just cattle. Cattle. Carriage. Roads. Coming from the sweltering shores of Vera. So Vera Kararika is confirmed. Nuance is a flying realm. And Arch Aries said that we got there from a few days of sailing. So what I could do, realistically, right? The way it is makes sense to me. But I could theoretically put. Would you give me the one I'm looking for? This could be right. But I don't see a lot of other options. Or we're gonna put that one there. Even though it doesn't belong there, but that's just hypothetical. We don't have Vera's note, otherwise we would be able to solve this easily. We are admittedly one thing shy of figuring this out. we did this. South does not necessarily mean Raja. Do I have to get everything open before I can solve this? What time is it? 5. Almost 6, but... So we opened both filing cabinets. And that wasn't very helpful. Among our list of things to do, what do we do? We can't seem to do the map puzzle. We probably got all the mailroom letters, so we're going to cut that out. We got the archives file cabinet. We dug by the patio grill, we did that. So we did do 3 things, that's something. But I cannot figure this out, so I will hold off. I won't bother looking it up. I will just not call it a day yet. Although getting room 46 outside would be absolutely cracked, but I think I will call it in. Let me see, 51 steps. I'll go out to the treasure room and come back in to wherever that parlor, that break room is. Pretty close to here, actually, but we can do it. I believe in we. I want the deposit box key still. Is that written down as a separate item from? There we go. Now it's explicitly written down. But we will want to go outside. Now that I have my crown, I think that's something. I just want to see if the outside reacts to that. Oh, I did not need to come in here. That was a waste of steps. Keep walking. Actually, how many steps is it from here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus. No bedrooms on the way, so what I will do is I will take foundation and make my step count a little bit easier. So the reason we want to end in the break room is just so that we have the key card. We're going to try and go to this shelter tomorrow and see what extra letters are on our emails are on there. And I don't want to get stuck with great annoyance, let's say, without having a key card. So, key card for safety. I just also had the thought, what if I could open multiple drawers? I don't think I could. But the fact is, I have exactly 1 filing cabinet key in here. Don't know. It's okay though. It's probably nothing. Basically, I think we need 3 things in order to open this chest out here. Does it react to the one thing I do have? Nope, it shows no signs of anything, so maybe this is something else. Okie dokie. I'll have to look into that again. That has to do with the blue room, but we are going to stutter the entire way there. Break room cannot be gotten to from the left-hand side. Okay. We did not get a study. What about a library? I don't know if a library is a strong one, but office is good. We didn't get her ladyship's anything either, so I'm going to assume we didn't get one. I'm going to assume I can't do the thing that I think that I can't do. Oh, it's up. This is why we saved the steps earlier, because we are dumb. We are dumb. Okie dokie. Sit in my chair, maybe doze off a little bit. Okie dokie. So in conclusion, we learned that we can't solve the map puzzle no matter what we do without opening all the sigil rooms, which is interesting, but you know, fair enough. And so we're going to try and get more information from the shelter mail, but we'll do that next time. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye!